Hello everyone and welcome to Loot from 2000 Guardian of the Rift Rifts. Now I haven't done any Guardians of the Rift since the Loot from 1000 episode, and I did promise if we did hit 1,000 likes on that video I would go ahead and do Loot from 2000, and that's what I'm here today to do. So starting off, I am starting with 88 rune crafting. I have 4.475 or I guess 4,475k XP in rune crafting currently. I also have the Abyssal Lantern and the full rune crafting outfit. I feel like that is important to mention. And then if we go ahead and head to the bank, here are what my runes or ruins are looking like currently. So with that being said, I have a lot of Guardians of Rift ahead of me, so I guess I'll see you guys once I have 2,000 reward points. It has been over a month since my last recording, but we have finally finished 2,000 Guardians of the Rift. As you can see, 2002 Elemental Energy, 2001 Catalytic Energy. I am super excited to start looting the reward guardian, but before we start doing that, I do want to go ahead and show you guys what my rune crafting level is and my mining level, as I showed it at the beginning, and I'll go ahead and show it again now. As you can see, we are up to 83 mining. I think we either started with 81 or 82, and then here is also my rune crafting level. Now I don't have my old rune crafting level in front of me, though I think I was like 88 rune crafting, and I just hit 88 rune crafting if I remember correctly. So very nice. We almost got exactly 7 levels from where I started, so basically doubled my rune crafting XP. So very nice there. I will probably have a comparison up either on screen or I'll do like a comparison clip later. But speaking of comparison, one thing I also showed off at the beginning of this video is my runes. I started with a low amount of runes, and I do want to show my runes before I start looting the reward guardian, because I believe you can get some like runes from the reward guardian. So let's go ahead and open the bank chest, and let's go ahead and peer into our runes. Now pretty much all of the extra runes that you see compared to what I had earlier came from Guardians of the Rift. About 50k stack of Bloods, Deaths, and Chaos, so that's going to last a very long time. Over 200k of every elemental rune, but yeah, that's all that needs to be shown there, so we can finally start looting the reward guardian like you guys came to see from this video. So let's go ahead and start. So I've looted my first 100 of the Guardians of the Rift, but there's something that I did forget to do, and that is show off the collection log. I did get 2 catalytic talismans for my first 100, so I guess that's somewhat interesting. But if I go ahead and go to my minigame section, and go ahead and go to the Guardians of the Rift, here's my collection log after I guess 1600 now that I've looted those. So the only things we are missing are the Abyssal Green die, the Abyssal Red die, and the Guardian's Eye. We'll definitely have enough to buy the Guardian's Eye after completing this, so we'll buy that after. Let's just hope we get lucky on the dies. Oh, would you look at that? A third Abyssal Blue die. That's kind of nice because I can now, I guess, finish off my outfit excluding the Amulet of the Eye and the bag. But I've had 3 dies so far in this account, and all of them have been blue dies. I guess it's a sign that I should color my outfit blue, which I have been doing. If you're not aware, you can actually recolor your dies just by talking to Apprentice Felix here. But hey, at least we got ourselves a 3rd die. Oh, would you look at that? We got ourselves an Abyssal Lantern. That is the 2nd Abyssal Lantern in the count. I'm sorry, Doug. He doesn't even have his 1st Abyssal Lantern yet. Though I'm actually a little dry on lanterns. This is only my 2nd lantern in like 2,100 loots. So I technically should have 3 lanterns by now. But I guess 2 lanterns, we'll take it. I guess I can turn this in for Abyssal Pearls later. Oh, would you look at that? We got ourselves a 2nd colored die. We got ourselves the Abyssal Green die. That means we are only missing 1 die, and we have quite a few rewards left, still over 1,000 rewards left. We're just missing the red die. If we get the red die, then we will be able to complete the collection log from this looting session. If we do not, it would be very unfortunate because we've looted it 3,500 times in total, and that is like 3 times the drop rate for the red die, so hopefully we get it. There we are. We are now halfway finished with looting. We have looted 1,000, or I guess over 1,000 now, and we've gotten an insane amount of just normal ruins in our inventory. Looking forward to our next 1,000. Hopefully we can get that red die. Oh, would you look at that? We got ourselves another Abyssal Green die, so I guess this is the 3rd die of the session. Another green die, still looking for the red die, hopefully we get it. But it's still nice to get a green die because I think that means we've had 5 dies total, if I'm not wrong. So we can re-dye the entire outfit plus the amulet. Would you look at that? A 3rd Abyssal Green die. That means we have 6 dies total, so I can dye everything, which is the full outfit, the Amulet of the Eye, and the Lost Bag. That I actually lost my Lost Bag, funny enough, but I believe I can talk to this guy to get it back, or someone to get it back. very interesting. Hopefully we get the red die, even though we already have 6 dies now, because I would really like to complete the collection log. We are down to only 500 more rewards left in the Guardian, and we still have not hit our red die, so a little unfortunate there, but we still have 500 more like I just said. So I really do hope that we can hit the red die so we can complete the collection log. If not, it's not the end of the world, but I would like to complete it. I am back, and would you look at that, we actually got ourselves a green die while I was gone. So that means we have more green dies than blue dies now, which is pretty ironic because we started pretty much with 3 blue dies, and now we have 4 green dies. So very interesting. Hope we can get that red one. Oh, would you look at that? We actually got ourselves a 3rd lantern. We were very much due for that. It's not really useful for me. Very nice to get a 3rd, I guess. I can exchange it for extra abyssal pearls, which we now have way over 3,000 of them. I guess it's kind of cool. And right after the abyssal lantern, we get yet another abyssal green die. I don't know what it is with these green dies, but it seems like that's the only type of dies that I can really get. I did get 1 blue at the beginning, and now we've gotten, I think, 5 green dies from this entire loot session, and not a single red one. It is what it is. If we don't end up getting a red die from the rest of them, like I said, I don't really care that much. Like, it would be nice to complete the collection log, but quite an excessive amount of green dies. Would you look at that? We actually got ourselves another abyssal lantern, so I think that's now 3 lanterns from this loot session. So that's pretty insane. We're getting a lot of lanterns here at the end. We are now down to 100 rewards left from the Guardians of the Rift reward guardian. Will we end up getting that red die, or will it forever be blank in the collection log? And we are down to our last 10 reward points for the Guardians of the Rift. And unless we get extremely lucky in our last 5 now, we are going to go like 3,500 Guardians of the Rift points without getting a single red die. And it looks like that is the case. And just so you can see that I'm not trolling with you, if we go ahead and open our collection log, we did not get ourselves a single red die. However, we got ourselves a lot of runes, and I do want to just go ahead and give you guys a price check on the runes that we got just from looting the rift, not from actually doing the minigame. And as you can see, it's a nice close to 16 mil. Very, very nice. Pretty hefty in the blood runes, I suppose. I guess nature runes, death runes, and they all add up. So now that I've looted the 2,000 Guardians of Rift, I think I also want to showcase what my rune stacks are looking like after looting. So if we go ahead and deposit into our inventory, that is insane. 66,000 chaos runes, 65,000 death runes, 62,000 blood runes, like 43,000 law runes, 53,000 nature runes. Granted, not everything came from the Guardians of the Rift, as we did start with a decent amount of runes in like for nature runes and cosmic runes, for example, but a vast majority of the runes I just got came from this 2000 session of Guardians of the Rift. We have ourselves about 93 intricate pouches that we got from the 2000 Guardians of the Rift points, so let's go ahead and open those and see what type of rewards we're going to end up getting. And from all of those intricate pouches, we got ourselves a decent amount of runes, got ourselves about 1,000 pure essence, 4 lamps, which I guess we'll go ahead and put on Herblore, 3 shield left halves, which is pretty insane. I think the drop rate's like 1 in 50, so I guess it's not that rare, but pretty, like I said, insane. Dragon Spear, Crystal Key, and 2 blood essence. If I go ahead and throw this stuff into the price checker, get ourselves an extra 3.8 mil-ish from the intricate pouches. Now for a final price check of all of the loot that I've gotten from 2000 Guardians of the Rift. This includes the rune crafting, looting the rift, and the intricate pouches as well, in case you're curious. I'm going to go ahead and start with the runes alone, so I'll go ahead and throw all of this into the price checker. And with runes alone, we made ourselves over 50 mil, 52 mil in runes alone from 2000 Guardians of the Rift. Let's go ahead and throw everything else in there for a little bit extra, so we're at 53 mil if you throw everything in there as well. I couldn't get absolutely everything because it wouldn't fit in the inventory. I'm missing like 10k in talismans, but this is the vast majority of it. And you could also tag on another 11 mil as well, because I got about 4,000 Abyssal Pearls in 2,000 Guardians of the Rift game. And if I were to spend those all on Ring of Elements, they're worth about 1.1 mil each, and I'd be able to get 10 Ring of the Elements. One other thing I want to do is go ahead and buy one of the last items for the collection log. Unfortunately, it's not the last. As you saw, we did not get lucky enough to get ourselves a red die. However, we do have enough to buy the Guardian's Eye, so I will go ahead and do so now. A very expensive item, 3,000 Abyssal Pearls, but I would love to do so. And there we go. We have now got ourselves the Guardian's Eye. If you're not aware, I actually do have the Rift Guardian pet, so let's go ahead and grab that pet and do the Transmog. We are going to get ourselves a great Guardian pet. Very, very cool. Nice to have it. I'll always have a permanent reminder of the time I've spent here at the Guardians of the Rift. And apparently you actually keep the Guardians of the Eye when you transmog it. That is actually pretty cool. So maybe I can I actually sell this back after I transmog it? Or apparently I cannot. That would be a little OP, I'll admit, but very, very cool. And that is going to be it from my loot from 2,000 Guardians of the Rift video. Unfortunately, we're not able to get the red die, and it still haunts me. As you can see in the chat, 2 people end up getting the red die back to back. And unfortunately, all I'm left with is a bunch of red dies and I guess 3 blue dies, which I've already used 2 of them. I may go ahead and revert these outfit pieces and make it all into red dies. If you're not aware, I think I mentioned it, but you can use the dies on Felix and he can turn them into any color you want. So I'll still be able to get the red outfit if I want him to be like that, but unfortunately I'll never be able to fill that collection log slot unless I go back to the Guardians of Rift, which I probably won't do. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I spent a lot of time making it, probably more time spent making this video than any video previously, so a like would be much appreciated, and if you enjoyed, maybe share it with some of your friends. It would mean a lot. And sorry I haven't uploaded in a very long time. I think this is the longest time I've spent without uploading since the Group Iron Man series start. I'm back now, and hopefully you'll see uploads from me very frequently. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys with a new video very soon. Later.